guys are doing great. Well, as you guys can see by the title of this video, it's not the most exciting thing. It's actually one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. But I had to let go of Ruby. I had to let go of my dog. I feel like it was time. It was time, and there's so many reasons that and things that just piled up on me and piled up and piled up and piled up and piled up, and I said, you know what? That's it. I'm done. Ruby needs to go. She needs to be rehomed. I got Ruby in 2012, so yes, she is 6 years old. She had been with me for 6 years, and the reason why I got her was for emotional support, companionship, distraction. I had just moved with Henry, and I felt that I needed something to distract me from my world. When I came with Henry, long story short, I was sick, and I had depression, I had anxiety, I had all kinds of things. I had like a ball of health issues crushing me. So I'm gonna go with a few reasons why I went with having to let go of Ruby. Number one was I dealt with her while I didn't have children, but once I had Valentina and once she started crawling, things just got harder. Not just for her, not just for Valentina, not just for me, for everyone, because I just felt that, okay, while Valentina wasn't born or here, the space was for Ruby. Now, once Valentina came and started crawling, now that space is shared. And you guys know, having dog food on the floor, having the pee-pee pads on the floor, having to constantly clean my floors just to keep a sanitized area for Valentina was really hard. So I said, look, I don't have the appropriate space for her. I don't have a yard. That's it. You know, it's just time. Reason number two was her own self-care, her time, and her attention. I didn't have time to take her for dog walks. I didn't have time to take her for haircuts. I didn't have time to, you know, to invest and give her the time that she required, that she needed as a dog, as well as my daughter, because I already have a daughter, I have a home, and I have a husband whom I need to attend and cater to. So I felt like I was neglecting her in a certain form. She's always home. She was always here at home. Occasionally, extremely rare cases, we took her for walks, but I think in 1 year she maybe went out the house like 5 times, and that's not good for a dog. That's not healthy at all, and I don't agree with that. Number three is going to be her happiness. So recently she started running out of the house. She started getting out. In 3 or 4 occasions, I was unaware of her being outside because I was running downstairs to get the laundry. Boom, 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 go get that. Come back up. By the time I came up, I didn't realize that she had walked out. 2 days. 2 days where I was like, okay, that's it. I'm not gonna look for her. I'm not gonna run out the house. I have a daughter to take care of. I cannot afford something to happen to my daughter for chasing a fucking dog. That's just how blunt it was. So my neighbor calls me and she's like, hey, your dog is at my house. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why is my dog at her house? And she's like, yeah, she was outside in the alley. And I'm like, in the alley? My dog ran out, who knows when. Through where did she go? How did she get outside in the alley? I don't know. So it was then that she started running out that I said, you know what? It's time for me to rehome her, because I'm going to feel bad if something happens to her. If she runs out, I'm not going to look for her. I'm always alone. My husband's at work. He doesn't come till like 6 or 7 o'clock afternoon. And I'm like, I'm not going to leave her unattended to go chase and look for a dog. Something's going to happen to my child left alone here. No, I'm not going to do it. Another reason that I decided was because where we are now, we have a 1-bedroom house, an apartment. It is very small, but I managed to have both my dog, my daughter, and ourselves here in the house comfortably. But we have been wanting to look for a place to move, to give Valentina her own room, to have a guest room, to have more space, and we have not been able to find it. One, for price reasons, but 90% of the time we always found rental apartments that said 90% no pets allowed. And then the ones that did allow, for example, the rent was like $2,000, right? And then it said, if you want to bring a pet, you're going to pay $200 or $300 more of rent, additional, plus like another $500 of deposit added to. So I was like, no, we can't afford this. We can't do this. If we find anything in the lower range that we can afford to move, it's always the no pets allowed. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to hold myself back. We need more space. My daughter needs, her own little area. And first of all, Ruby doesn't deserve that. As a dog owner, I don't want to keep sacrificing her happiness, her well-being for my negligence with her. Another thing that was a little bit more on my nerves, I was already used to it though, because like I said, I already had a Ruby, but the moment she started crawling, things became harder. Because every morning, the first thing I had to do was feed Valentina her milk, immediately run to the living room, vacuum and mop and make it clean and sanitary for her to crawl, pick up any pee-pee pads, any poop that Ruby had done throughout the night, her dog food, and stuff like that, where it was like, okay, this is getting out of hand. I obviously don't have a set space, corner, laundry room to give Ruby her space and keep Valentina off limits from. If you know where I live, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's very small here, and it was just harder on me. I thought about it long and hard. I didn't want to. I cried. I hugged my dog. I explained to her that I was sorry. That I was sorry for letting her go, for rehoming her. But I just felt that she was being neglected as well. It wasn't right for me to keep her and keep neglecting her and not giving her walks anywhere, taking her anywhere. So I said no. I'm gonna give her to my sister. She was really good to me. She was my first dog, but I said I can't, before she runs out and she ends up in the gutter, ran over in the streets with hunger. It's gonna hurt me more to know that she ran off and I didn't know what happened. So I'm just gonna give her to my sister. And so my sister had already told me, if you ever want to get rid of her or anything at all, give her to me. She will be fine here. There's 2 other dogs. She will play with them. Sorry. She will play with them and she will be fine. And I think about things more than I should, because I just felt like, this is my child. This I'm giving you my child. Like, I feel like if I were to go to an adoption center and say, here's my daughter because I can't be a mom anymore, that's how important and that's how much Ruby meant to me, that I felt like I was being a bad dog owner, that I was an unfit person for her life, that she needed to go. She just needed to go. And I'm happy that she's at my sister's, and I'm happy that the day she got her, she was really excited to see her and her son. And I said, okay, she's gonna be okay. And I just hope, you guys probably think I'm exaggerating, but I just hope my dog can forgive me and I don't disappoint her and make her think that I just didn't care, because I did. And because I care, I decided to let her go. Because she didn't deserve that. She deserved to be happy. She deserved to be around other dogs and people who took her to her shots, to get her a haircut. And that's what she can have at my sister's. I love her. I'm never gonna forget her. If I ever go somewhere and I can take her, I will see if I can take her. If my sister would be okay with me taking her back, I would. But right now I just can't have her. And it hurts me, you know, because like I said, I think of her as if she was my daughter, as if I was taking my daughter to a freaking adoption center and saying, you know what, I can't be a mom anymore. This is not for me. That's unacceptable. It's unaccepted for me. And that's why I feel like it's so much harder, because I love my dog. I love pets. And this is not what I wanted, but unfortunately, I have to think about me, about the cleanliness in my house, about the well-being of my daughter, and that's it. You know, I mean, if in the future I have a house, or I can get her, or I can get another pet, I will gladly do so. Ruby, I already knew Valentina. She was really good, but at the end, she was already snatching food from her hands and little things like that. She wasn't being aggressive to her, but once I caught her trying to take her food and I yelled at her, she just snatched the food from Valentina's hand, and Valentina was just like, you know, what happened? Why did she take my food? She never hurt her, but that's where I was like, okay, no, I'm done. That's it. So that's it. Ruby is not here anymore. Valentina had already learned her name, and that hurts me, because she learned her name before saying mom. But it is what it is, guys. I don't have a dog anymore. How do I feel now that she's gone? I feel better. I feel good. I feel relief. I feel a sense of sanity, of calm, of happiness, because I know at my sister's house, she received a lot of love, and it's probably love that she stopped getting the moment Valentina was born. So that's another reason why. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope I didn't make you guys cry. I just wanted to tell you guys, you know, I don't have Ruby no more. You guys are not going to see her around anymore. I may visit from time to time, but that's it. No more dog. Thank you guys all so much for watching, for your support. I appreciate it. I will be doing a giveaway pretty soon. I think it's going to be more towards December. You guys know I do yearly giveaways. I didn't do one last year, but I'm working on one for this year. So make sure you are subscribed to my channel, and I will keep you guys updated on anything that could possibly change. But we are doing a giveaway, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.